Hey guys, Money with Yumi here. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not my usual video, so scratch that. React with Yumi here today. I came across this video on my newsfeed from Channel News Asia Insider about how young gamers are turning into gamblers. Loot box danger, parents should know. In my generations, the games I played growing up were like Game Boy Color, Pokemon, Habbo Hotel, Neopets, Gunbound, Red Alert 1 and 2, Call of Duty, League of Legends, Counter-Strike. Oh my gosh, there's just so many. And now, even though I don't have the time or luxury to do so, I still like to game occasionally, which is like one game, Apex Legends. So naturally, I was intrigued by this video. So guys, let's watch it together.
I was so triggered, I was so on the edge. One shot, I bet $1,000 and 30 seconds, it was gone.
$1,000 in 30 seconds? Wow! What am I getting myself into?
We don't realize that what we are losing is actually real life money.
Obviously, you're losing real life money. What do you think it is? Like virtual currency that you don't have to pay it back? Oh my gosh.
I remember I spent so much, I had like $0 in my bank account.
$0 in her bank account. Wait, what? I don't even remember the last time I had $0 in my bank account. This is serious, guys. This is a serious video that we have to take seriously.
And I had to like borrow money from like my boyfriend then to like eat.
You had to borrow money from your boyfriend to eat? Well, if I have to choose between like gaming and eating, I'm definitely choosing eating. Girl, not funny.
Hi, my name is Khairul.
My name is Ryan and I'm 19.
Hi, my name is Jasman.
Hi, I'm Javier.
I'm Jen, I'm 23. The game that I play the most is MapleStory C.
Like most Singapore millennials, I played MapleStory when I was growing up and I don't remember having to spend money to have fun. Even the mobile version, MapleStory M, which came out like 2 to 3 years ago, I don't see a need to spend any money on it.
Every year I'll come back at least once, like for a few months to play. But I came back during the COVID period more intensely than ever.
You know, she's not alone. With all the lockdowns during the Coconut pandemic, the gaming industry thrived. Video gaming is at an all-time high during COVID-19. Twitch engagement went up. Since the start of the pandemic, the industry has experienced massive growth with 82% of people playing video games and watching gaming video content. Spending on video games set a new record of $56.9 billion in 2020 in the US, according to a new MPD Group report, a 27% increase compared to 2019. I personally did not game more during the Coconut pandemic because I was getting calls left and right from businesses wanting to do consultation, and my products were getting sold out so quickly, I was scrambling to fill inventory levels and trying to meet up with the demand. And at the same time, I'm still trying to find time to research on companies and finding my next real estate investment. So there's so much going on in my life, and I'm still trying to make videos, man, guys. So enough of my life story. Let's move on.
I used like Maple kind of as an escape. So there was COVID, right? So I didn't really go out. Then I didn't buy new clothes. So I was like, okay, then why don't I just buy virtual clothes, right? Why don't I just get good virtually?
Okay, I get why she's spending money on clothes, but I don't get it. You know what I mean?
During the COVID period, like I spent a lot on improving my character. Like the stats, having good equipment so that I can fight the bosses.
I started mobile gaming right after NS when I could finally afford my own smartphone. You can see them fight, you can see them interact with the other characters in the world. It was love at first sight when I saw the new character called Ganyu.
Well, love works in mysterious ways, right? When you're not looking for one, bam, it hits you like a lightning strike right into your heart.
She has a very nice voice, and I also like her personality. It's actually the same thing as people liking pop idols or celebrities. It's just the anime version. If you're very unlucky, it can set you back maybe several hundreds of dollars just to get the character.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, these loot boxes are like slot machines. You don't know what you're gonna get, and they'll string you with the possibility of getting a rare item by spending X amount of money per loot box, and they're usually a very low amount per loot box. And then next thing you know, you're opening like 50, 100, 200 loot boxes just to get the rare item that you want so badly, even though you know that the odds are against you. And that's how they make your money.
What is it about Counter-Strike that you really like?
The intensity of the game.
Counter-Strike was my first FPS game, first-person shooter, and I had no idea that you can spend money on the game, so things must have changed over the years. I remember there was a LAN shop near LaSalle and Peace Center, and that was my go-to spot with my friends over the weekend. It would be girls versus boys, and it was so much fun, especially when we trashed the boys.
For people who don't play the game, right, what are skins?
Skins are something that make your in-game weapons look nicer and more attractive, so you can brag to people. People will be like, wow, we have this skin, wow, we have that skin. So you can spend $3 on a key and then you can open a loot box. You will get from a 3-cent skin, a plain green color skin, or maybe a $2,000 skin will be a very colorful one.
What's wrong with a plain skin? You know, maybe I'm weird, but I have been playing games too since I was a kid, but I've never gotten into this whole skin thing. I find that there's no point making your character look good in the game when skills matter so much more.
When I was younger, I was saving my weekly allowance. I would not eat during breaks so that I could go home on the weekends and open up cases.
Not eat just to save up money to spend on a game? That's just stupid. Really, stupid.
I started seriously gaming around 13. I would always play with my friends. We would hop on after school, spend 3 or 4 hours playing.
Okay, Yasmin, you're an undergrad. You're 24 years old, and you're spending 3 to 4 hours after school playing? Like, do you not have homework? Or are you a genius that you don't even have to do it? Like, I know the answers to everything. Exams, I got it covered. Easy peasy. I really hope that's the case, because otherwise you're just wasting your life away.
Just like, in NBA, one person can be doing a fake, while the other guy runs to the center for it to be open to receive the ball. None of these items actually helped me in game. They were just for bragging rights.
Did you hear that? He said that none of the items helped him in game is just for bragging rights, and that's absolutely true. And I applaud you for knowing that, and yet you're still throwing money into a game just to boost your ego. Sure hope you know what you're doing. That's why Singapore's future is so bright.
So I've seen people who spend thousands of dollars and not get anything back.
Yeah, this reminds me of my Chinese friend in New York who spent 20 G's, $20,000 on MapleStory M in just less than 3.5 months. And then after 5 months, he decided to quit and sold all of his items at a loss of $7,000. That's like 1/3 of what he spent. And let me give you something to think about. Imagine playing a game like League of Legends or Apex Legends and having really expensive skins top to bottom, and then playing a match with someone and ending up sucking and losing. Do you know what the other player is gonna think? If I were them, I'll be like, oh my god, do you see that guy? He had really fancy items and skins. They all look so good, but he sucked. Like, what's the point of spending so much money on a game that you're gonna suck? Right? That's just some major troll right there. And I'm like that in real life too. Like, I would much rather look like a beggar, but know I have money, than the other way around.
The idea was that some players who didn't necessarily have a ton of money to spend would be able to spend a smaller amount of money in exchange for a chance at winning a more valuable product. The way that you employ that tactic and the way that you use that tactic can be very positive for players, or it can be more negative depending on how it's implemented.
Yeah, the game developers, man, they're smart. And he just used a very nice way of putting it. You know what they want? They want your money. And what's the best way? They're gonna give you some stuff for free and tease you into spending more money. It's like the strip club, it's free to enter, right? And then when you're there and you see them dancing in their bikini or trunks, depending on which strip club you go to, and you find someone attractive and you want to interact with them, let's just put it that way, what are you going to do to grab their attention? You're going to whip the bills, right? And they're going to come over and then you're going to give them the money. There you go. Game over. They won. You lost. Strip club 1, player 0. This might be a little bit off topic, but there's a weird psychology behind this, right? Many people are willing to spend hundreds of dollars on a new PC, a new MacBook, or a new mobile phone, but not many people are willing to pay for an app or a game. But if you provide that game for free, they're more inclined to spend money in that game. And you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the saying that the best drug dealers give the first taste for free. If someone doesn't know how it tastes, then you give it to them for free, and then somehow they get hooked on it. Bingo! You get returning customers. And same goes with loot boxes, right? You get that thrill, that excitement, and you're off to finding the next one.
As a developer, why do they use loot boxes? It's because it has unlimited upsides.
Unlimited upsides? What unlimited upsides? If I'm losing money here, then there's no upsides for me.
A spender can spend $1,000, $2,000, or even $5,000. This is in comparison to subscription-based games such as World of Warcraft, where you get $15 per player per month. It makes much more sense for the developers when it comes to profiting from the game.
Yep, that's right. The profits are infinite.
In order to get the stats you want, I think it's around $6 for 1 cube. A lot of people did it 100 times and didn't get anything, so that's already $600. You see your friends get them, you see people post that they got them, and you're like, oh, it's possible for me. I get annoyed that I'm not getting it, and I feel like I really wasted money. I might as well spend more to get it, which makes no sense.
Girl, that makes sense. That's called gambler's mentality, right? And if you think about it, if Singapore casinos opened its doors for free for Singaporeans instead of that paid entry system, how many more people are going to be addicted to gambling in the casinos? The casinos were designed as a business for them to make money, not for you to win the casino's money, right? If you look at the house odds, the casino typically wins 36-37 to 1. That's why the house always wins, right? Not you. And you know what? That happens so often in the stock market as well. It's like if GameStop is at $400, okay, I'm buying at $400, and then it goes up to $600. No, I'm not selling because someone told me it's going up to $1,000, and then the next thing you know, it crashes to $200. Oh boy, now what? Okay, I'm buying more at $200 since I'm already invested at $400. And guys, this is the mentality that is so dangerous because that's how you lose a lot of money in the stock market.
I have a friend who actually spends up to 90% of his income on 5 different games. He's not even earning much. He's just earning $1,900 a month.
Oh boy, 90% of his income on 5 different games every month. That's $1,900 times 90%. That's $1,700 a month on games. Oh my god, this guy is gonna give me a heart attack.
So many people use it from Sec 3 all the way until J2 for 4 years straight. That's what I was doing most of my time. I remember staying up till 5-6 a.m. 2 weeks before O-levels just to do this.
The gaming market is a huge marketplace. There are many game currency miners in China that do this for a living and then sell this currency to these players. It can be a profitable business if you know what you're doing. Buy low, sell high. Same concept can be applied here.
In an hour, I lost close to $1,000 just by putting all my items on roulette.
Between 16 to 19, I used to play on a daily basis. There'll be good nights and bad nights. So I think on the bad nights, you always borrow money, and on the good nights, you would borrow people money. So it's a cycle. I think my lowest point was when my monthly salary came in, I had to give it away immediately. I have no money to spend for myself for the rest of the month.
Come on guys, don't borrow money to feed your gaming addiction, and don't lend out money to a gamer or a gambler. If anyone asks me for money to game or gamble, no effing way.
The whole loot box system, it is a very, very big issue when it comes to dealing with minors and people without self-control.
And the worst part is that it looks so innocent because it's a game, so maybe kids are going to be telling their parents yo, mommy, daddy, can I have $10, $20? And the kid is going to gamble it off.
Gaming and spending money in games in itself isn't a bad thing.
This is interesting. They even brought in a social worker to talk about this issue. And I agree that gaming isn't all that bad. It can be used as a way to distress. If you have that self-discipline and self-awareness, then yeah, sure, you can spend money on frivolous stuff like gaming. For example, if you make $3,500 a month and you spend about $30 on gaming every month, then that's fine. But if you spend more than 10% of your salary towards gaming, then I don't think that's a very wise idea. And if you are, you should justify why you're spending so much money in the game. If you're a Twitch streamer, for example, and you're spending money in a game to make yourself look good for your viewers, then that's a different story. Otherwise, it's just an ego booster for you to feel good about yourself. And when you go look into your bank account and see how much money you spend on gaming, then you're gonna feel miserable, right? And guys, there's always gonna be a new game, and I don't think that anyone's gonna play that same online game for the rest of their lives until they die. So the day you quit that game, you're more than likely gonna end up regretting spending money in the first place. I believe that everything should be done in moderation. If you truly enjoy gaming, just play for the fun of it. You don't have to spend a single cent for you to enjoy it. The best things are always free. And the video goes on to talk about how a parent can deal with a child's gaming addiction, which we will not talk about here since this is a money channel. So that's my thoughts on gaming. It's definitely an issue that I see out there. Not just spending money on games, but wasting your time on them, because growing up, mobile games were not as prevalent as it is today. Now you get onto the buses, MRT, hawker centers, restaurants, you see people pulling out their phones and playing mobile games, right? Now, why not do something more productive than gaming? Like listening to an audiobook, listening to a podcast, reading an ebook, reading the news. Like, do something to educate yourself instead of wasting your life away. And these people wonder why they have no money. It's all about priorities and sacrifices, guys. What you do during your free time to better yourself is gonna set you apart in this competitive society. Let me know in the comments below what games you guys are into right now, and if you're spending any money on them, or whatever thoughts you have on this issue. I'd love to hear them as well. Don't forget to destroy the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell icon so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And feel free to follow me on my Instagram if you're interested to know what goes on in my private life. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you again next time.